So I'm pretty sure if you clicked on today's video, you're super interested in starting your own clothing brand. You want to know where to start, what's the best options to take as far as starting a clothing brand. I got you guys in today's video a lot of free game stuff that people pay a lot of money for. I'm gonna give you guys for free, so make sure you stay tuned for the entire video. Hopefully I help a lot of you guys out with this video talking about how to start a clothing brand from scratch, man. What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tapping into yet another video. You already know we talking about today. This one right here is straight free game. Like, we need to have a whole like free game series or something like that, because this one right here, I'm telling y'all, helps a lot of people out. I know so many people that have watched my previous videos talking about starting a clothing brand, and they have helped them a lot. And I've seen people that use a lot of these tips and stuff that I showed them, and they're making a lot of money on their clothing brand. So I'm super happy for that. So if you guys are new to the channel right now, what I need you to do, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I usually do sneaker reviews, you know, early looks and stuff like that, clothing hauls, and I also spread in there a little bit of tips as far as starting the clothing brand. And I'm gonna keep continuing doing that all this year, especially with my new brand, NOIR. So like I said, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a huge like on today's video. Watch the entire thing. I'm pretty sure you're gonna learn a thing or two from your boy The Vintage Man. All right guys, real quick before we hop into the meat and potatoes of starting a clothing brand from scratch, I want you guys to know about my clothing brand, NOIR. It was originally Unknown Collections. Kind of wanted to branch off from that, get something a little bit more, I guess, creative and something that's in my lane, in my realm. And I came up with the name NOIR, just something I can really back, something I can really run with the entire way. And I feel like Shop NOIR is something I'm going to run with for the next 10-20 years plus, and definitely reach the goal that I want to reach in the long run. So I'm gonna leave my website down below in case you guys are gonna tap in, shop the brand. That'd be greatly appreciated. And my clothing brand IG will be down below in the description box as well. Go shop with your boy. I appreciate all y'all for even, you know, watching this video, let alone clicking on the website, seeing a couple things that you might like. And like I said in almost every single video, we're gonna grow together. I'm gonna help you guys, you're gonna help me, and we're gonna keep pushing all 2023. All right, so for the first step, the first tip of starting your clothing brand from scratch is figuring out which site you want to go through. So you got Big Cartel and you have Shopify. So it's a couple different things for those two websites. I know originally when I did Unknown Collection, I was going straight through Big Cartel, which was not a bad idea at all. It was super cheap. I think it was about 10 or 15 bucks a month. You can still create your own domain and all that good stuff. Put as many products as you want depending on which plan you do use. But now my new clothing brand, I'm going straight with Shopify. It's a lot of those large companies using Shopify as well. They have so many tools, they have so many extensions that you can add on your Shopify account. Like something you could do on Shopify and you can't do on Big Cartel is have Shop Pay. You know what I'm saying? So Shop Pay allows you to break their payments up, and it makes a buyer or the consumer more inclined on purchasing whatever products you are going through. And you can make your own domain through Shopify as well, which usually costs around $5 to $10 depending on which domain you want to use, like .com, .store, and there's a couple other more you know, whatever on the end. But me right now, I'm going with .store. So with shopnoir.store, that's what I ran with. I think it cost me around 10 bucks. That's something that you can definitely look into as well. But you can buy your own custom domain through Big Cartel and through Shopify. But me personally, I'm rocking out with Shopify. But Big Cartel definitely was there for me in the beginning. Definitely helped me out, definitely let me learn a little bit more about the clothing side of things, using like a cheaper service with Big Cartel, and still getting all the profits, still gaining revenue through Big Cartel website. But now I'm running with Shopify. I have a lot of extensions, like I said, and I feel like it's more user friendly. I feel like you can be a little bit more creative on Shopify. So if I was you, I would definitely go through there, learn a couple of things. There's people on YouTube right now that's breaking down the entire process of starting a clothing brand on Shopify. We'll leave a couple of those videos down below so you guys go tap into it. So the next couple of steps I'm gonna kind of run through really briefly, because a lot of stuff when I do tell y'all can literally YouTube, Google it, whatever you're gonna do. And the first thing is starting your LLC. So LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and it pretty much separates you from your brand. So say for instance somebody wanted to sue you, something happens on the business side of things, they don't take anything of your personal assets. It'll kind of come directly from that LLC assets directly. So you kind of separate yourself from your business. It's the safest route to go, especially when you really trying to invest into another company. You can kind of be on the safe side with protecting your personal assets from the business side of things. And something I really just did with the new brand, since I'm still kind of within that 1 year window, is getting the EIN through the IRS. And EIN stands for Employee Identification Number, and it kind of gives you like a social security number for your clothing brand. Like I said, you guys can YouTube that, Google it if you want to get more deep into kind of the eaches or the breakdown of getting the EIN for your clothing brand. And another huge tip for you guys is to start a business account. Whatever bank you are with, all you have to do is sign up with a business account. You're going to use that LLC, and you're going to use that EIN from the IRS to start your business account. And that can kind of help you in the long run with determining all the profits you have made, all the money you have spent. You can go directly through one account, your business account. You have to combine your like personal money with the business side of things, like the business money, if that makes sense. And then the next thing is finding vendors. Like something I did not know about. Like I was on YouTube, on Google, just strictly searching through Alibaba. I know a lot of people go through Alibaba. It's like the #1 thing you do find on Google or YouTube when you looking up starting a clothing brand, but there's so many more manufacturers that you can talk to directly to help you start getting your samples, getting your clothing and all that good stuff, getting the price in, which we're going to talk about later on in the video. You don't have to go through Alibaba. So the first manufacturer that I do want to put you guys on to, somebody that I've used religiously, that I've used a lot, is NOIR Sports. So I'm gonna leave that down below in a description box, leading straight to his Instagram. He's the one that pretty much done all of my clothing, or most of the clothing. I'm gonna say all of it, but most of the clothing that I have produced, that I've sold, came straight from the homie NOIR. Definitely somebody that's been in the game for a long time. He's very good at communication, and he tries his best to get your graphic designs into reality and push out to your customers. And the next thing I want to touch up on is graphic designers. Now that was one of my hardest encounters. Like the hardest thing that I did not know anything about was graphic designers. I'm literally trying to draw images myself, pull images from different places that's free, and it was just hard at the beginning, and I did not know about graphic designers, where to find them and stuff like that. But now it is so easy, and I'm gonna put you guys on. So literally all you have to do is go on Instagram right now on your phone, go to the search bar, put in .std. I'm gonna put it right here, and you're gonna see a bunch of graphic designers. Like I'm telling you, it's a plethora of graphic designers that do different things, as far as, you know, vintage looking things. If you want to go more urban, more streetwear, it's like 100,000 graphic designer on Instagram that I knew nothing about prior to me starting my new clothing brand. And like I said, if you guys want to get that clothing brand startup kit, the ebook, I definitely got y'all. Listen to some of the best ones on Instagram right now that I've used, that I know a lot of other people do use, and it could definitely get you off your feet, get your thoughts and ideas put onto a picture. You get that picture or that graphic design to the manufacturer, and they build your product that you can give to your customers. All right, so now that we talked about getting an LLC, getting an EIN, you know, finding graphic designers, finding vendors, the next thing that I want to put you guys on that can really help y'all out is getting samples. Now I'm gonna show you guys a couple of samples behind me that I have used to start pre-orders. And pre-orders is probably the biggest thing, the most trending thing to do when you first start off your clothing brand. I've done it multiple times with using pre-orders in order to get that money to pay for the bulk order of whatever product that I am selling. I probably said it a little fast. I'm gonna try to break it down real quick for you guys. So whenever you do get that graphic design, you give it to your vendor, they produce it, you get a sample. So you tell whoever is making your product, you tell them exactly how you want it, the measurements, the color, and they can go through all this type of stuff, like what fabric you want to use, what GSM you want to use. And when I say GSM, that means how heavy that piece of material is. I think it's per square meter, I believe, something like that. But whenever you do get that product and it does meet the image you had in your mind, you can then start taking photos. You can post it on Instagram, do polls, spread it throughout the entire social media, and see how people are gravitating towards it. And then you can open up pre-orders. So when you open up a pre-order, you might pay what, $150 for a sample. You can use that $150 and just use that one product and start taking in pre-orders of that product that everybody's liking. So you're essentially only paying $100 to $200 to get that sample, and you can start doing pre-orders, and all the money you get from pre-orders, you can use that for the bulk order. So you're essentially only paying $200 to start your clothing brand. Now, this is an issue I faced when I first started my clothing brand. I went straight into it. It did work out for me, but it does fail sometime, especially if you don't come out with the right product. It's not reaching the right people, you're not getting any sales, then you're taking an L. So the best thing to do is take pre-orders. So get that one sample, open it up for pre-orders for about 2 to 3 weeks, get as many orders you can, and then eventually you won't have to pay a dime as far as getting that bulk order and pushing out that product to the customers that you did sell that product to. I'm telling you, that's the best way, that's the safest way, and you don't lose any money when you are doing pre-orders and using that method I just gave you guys. Now, a lot of people don't tell you this stuff. Like, a lot of this stuff people pay for, but in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys that free game, let you guys know what is up, and to give you the confidence to let you know that you can definitely start your clothing brand. You don't need a boatload of money. You can definitely flourish in your clothing brand with using these tips I gave you guys in today's video. So a quick rundown, we talked about Shopify, or big cartel. Me personally, I would recommend you guys go with Shopify. Next thing you want to do is get that LLC for your brand, get an EIN from the IRS, and then ultimately starting your business account so you know what money is coming in, what profits coming in, what money you're spending for samples, for your bulk orders, and all that good stuff. Safest way to go. Separate your money from your personal money, separate your assets from your business assets, and at the end of the day, it's the best win-win situation for you. And we also talk about finding vendors, getting graphic designers, and then the pre-order method that a lot of people do not tell you about. So I hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you have any more questions, man, please drop them down below. I did a video like this last year where I kind of broke down how I started my clothing brand with $0, and I think that you can definitely do the same thing. I'm not nobody special, just came up with a couple ideas, gave it to my graphic designers, I gave it to my manufacturer or my vendor, and then I made it to reality. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give a huge like, and if you have any questions, drop them down below. And if you want that clothing brand startup kit, like I said, hit me up on IG. I could definitely send it your way. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more content that we drop on the channel. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.